Welcome to episode 94. This is about dancing tango in San Francisco and my experience with a beautiful Russian girl and Californians who I went to school with at the University of California. I met this girl dancing at a club called La Valencia, okay? And it was a nice club. I went in there, ordered a drink, and beautiful Russian girl, and I danced with her and I got her a drink. And all the guys in the club got mad at me. This is sponsored by you. Want to help me continue this channel? Buy me a coffee. I put the link up above. It's also below. You can just click on it. What you can do is you buy me a coffee for €5 and $5. I'm sorry, and you become my drinking buddy. It can be a coffee or wine or beer. And then you're a drinking buddy. And I'm going to start putting some names up of some people who were kind enough to buy me a cup of coffee or a beer or a glass of wine. The second sponsor is Synostics.com. I've talked a lot about it. The link is below. They came over and said, Derek, this is Tango. You shouldn't be drinking. You need to drink distilled water to be healthy and to be perfect dancer. And I said, what are you talking about? And they were mad at me because I bought her vodka. She's Russian. It's amazing what people do. They think they're dancing tango. They're trying to perfect a street dance. You can't do it. People on the streets, they drink, they smoke, they dance tango. I mean, they don't get it, So it's kind of funny. So and so we left. I took her with me. She said, I can't get a drink in this. And it's a bar. I mean, you can get a drink, but they wouldn't buy her one, right? Or they wouldn't. And she didn't, well, I guess she could have bought one. But, it was ridiculous. So that's dancing tango in California. And I like Californians. They're very nice. But but tango, they just don't get it. And I guess I'm from Houston, Texas. And it's probably because I'm a Texan. I'm close to Mexico. And I kind of understand the Spanish culture, and also my family's from Argentina, which is another story. So the Californians, they're like the French. Actually, the French do the same thing. Try to perfect a street dance. You can't do it. In Argentina, tango is called the dance of mistakes because every mistake becomes a new step, and if it's interesting. And so it's a social thing, tango. It's not about being a perfect dancer. It's about being an interesting person. Same rules as a cocktail party. Who do you want to talk to at a cocktail party? The person giving speeches or the one who has the most interesting thing to say? Think about it. And tango is the same way. You want to dance with people who are, not making it into work, which is what these guys were doing. So it was kind of funny. And I went to school with these guys, so I knew them pretty well. But they just couldn't understand why I would buy a Russian girl a vodka. Huh? Yeah, very strange. Okay, so that's my story. You kind of wound up on this. So I'm at a nice cafe, having a great time here, and I'll end the episode at this point. That's my story today. Is dancing tango in San Francisco, and with a Russian girl. She was very nice. Okay, this is the end of episode 94. So, and I'll talk a little bit about Synostics, was my corporate sponsor. It invented a device you put under your feet when you're sitting at a desk, and it talks to your nervous system electronically. It's not a vibrator, and your brain contracts a muscle in your lower leg called the soleus muscle, and what it is, it's a pump. And it's actually the device, we call it the heart partner, because it aids the human heart. What it does, when this muscle flexes in your lower leg and the back of your leg, it puts all the fluids in your lower legs up to the top of your body where they belong, and it lowers your blood pressure and allows your heart to work better. And if your heart is doing better and your blood pressure's down, then your brain gets more blood flow, and as a result, if you use this machine maybe an hour a day or so, you get less cognitive decline. Cognitive decline, in fact, goes away after 6 months. So it's a heck of a device. And if you want to know about it, just call Bruce Badeau. He's at brucebadeauoutlook.com, and he can tell you about the company. And what we're doing is we're raising money for the company to take it worldwide. It's an existing company. We have the patent pending, all of that, but we want to expand the company and go worldwide, and we're looking for money and talent to do that. And Bruce Badeau is our strategic planner, so you talk to him. So that's my corporate sponsor, okay? And then you can buy me a cup of coffee if you like what I'm saying here. Why not? We're at a coffee shop or sidewalk cafe. Oh, and it's a beautiful day here, by the way. I'll just show you here. Yeah, nice. And if you want to help me for free, that's another way of doing it. You can subscribe to this channel. And there are other things on here besides my podcast. My podcasts are always marked EP, which is for episode. And then you can also see some of my tango videos. I like to dance tango. It's my hobby. But those are on the channel as well. So this is a channel. There are more things on here besides podcasts. Okay? But the podcasts are kind of fun. And the podcasts are basically, in a coffee shop or wherever I am in the world, and talking about things that I've done and what I'm doing and that kind of thing. If you find it interesting, buy me a cup of coffee. Let me know that you care. And you're a good friend. And you can be my drinking buddy. And I'm going to put the names up if you like. You can be anonymous if you want, of course. I'll put the names up of people who bought me a cup of coffee and are my drinking buddies, basically. So thank you. So you can subscribe to this. That's one way you can help me. The other way you can help me is to ask some questions in the chat, and I'll be glad to answer any questions you've got. And you can also share this video to your friends to show them how crazy I am. Thank you. And then the other thing is, if you're on a YouTube application, this is everywhere. This is on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook. But if you're specifically on the YouTube application, you'll see some end tags at the top, 3 of them. One on the top right is to subscribe, and it's free. All it does is notifies you when I do a new podcast. That's all it does. It's totally free. Doesn't cost anything. And then the one on the top left is a link that I will send you to that might be associated with this podcast, something that is follow-up on what I'm talking about here, or I find interesting. And then the third one at the top, at the bottom left, is a playlist. And the playlist is all my podcasts in a list. You can choose which ones you want to listen to. It says all the way down to 1. So you can watch any of my podcasts, and all that's free, okay? So the only thing that costs money is you buy me a cup of coffee, and $5, come on. Let me know you care. And I'll end the episode at this point. That's my story today. Is dancing tango in San Francisco and with a Russian girl. She was very nice. Okay, this is the end of episode 94.